If the one thing that 2020 has shown us is just how competitive it is for borrowers. When you're trying to win that bid, it can seem pretty crazy with the price going up, et cetera. And this is when having a trusted advisor, a mortgage partner, comes in handy. This is where a true partnership between the realtor, mortgage broker, and that buyer come. This is where the rubber meets the road, because when we get that call where the borrower wants to go from 460 to 480, or from 460 to 470, they're in a panic. They want to know, how does this affect them? We can be that true partner with you, where we can say, look, you're only adding $20 to your payment. You can do this. Go. You can do this, and give them the confidence to be competitive in the market. And that's really what it's all about. I mean, obviously, how much can they spend and how much do they need for down payment? Those are the basics, and that's what everybody wants to do. But when you work with a true mortgage partner, a trusted advisor, that the transaction is going to go smoothly, and you can be assured also that that buyer is serious. I mean, that that we fully vetted them, and that's the whole idea, is to work with someone you trust, and make sure that they fully vetted your borrower, done the hard work, the income, asset, credit, and debt, pulled the credit, et cetera. And that's going to be for 2021. That's going to be really one of the most important things, is to making sure that that buyer is ready to rock. Working with a trusted mortgage advisor like Westport Mortgage, that's the right way to go. Thanks for the time this morning.
Very good. Thank you so much, Paul. We appreciate you as always. All right, guys. So let's dive into some updates. I got a long list of updates for you on just about everything that's going on as we close out the year. We wanted to make sure that you had up-to-date information on as many things as we had up-to-date information on as possible. And part of that happened about 12 hours ago. We finally have a second relief bill passed. It's only taken the leadership of our country 6 months to get this done, but the good news is it is now done. And for all that it is and all that it isn't, I wanted just to give you the highlights of what that looks like and how it affects you specifically and your business specifically, and then get to some additional updates for you. So as of last night, the president did sign the newest relief bill that passed Congress last week. And inside of that relief package will be a few things that are specific to you. First of all, stimulus checks. They did add stimulus checks to that package. And so the way that looks is $600 per eligible adult, plus an additional $600 per dependent child in your household. The same rules apply. That's up to, as the last time around, where the numbers were slightly different, but the same rules apply in that anyone who earns up to $75,000 will receive that full amount. There is a phase-out program in place from $75,000 to $99,000, and if your 2019 tax return was $99,000 or above, you will not receive a stimulus check. This is all still based on 2019 because not enough time has gone by for you to file a new round of tax returns. So the easy button here for you is, if you received a stimulus check last time, you will likely receive a stimulus check this time because they're basing it off of the exact same information. The numbers, again, are slightly different, $600 per eligible adult and $600 per dependent child. So do watch for that to occur in the next couple of weeks. From everything I'm reading, it's going to probably be the middle to late January before you see that in your account. Closer to the middle than late, but that's what you can look forward to in terms of stimulus checks. The second piece that affects many of you is a new round of PPP funding. So the Payroll Protection Program has been refunded to the tune of about $285 million. And so Any of you who were eligible the last time, there are slightly new rules. Now that we have this, the bill signed, we can be clear about what the rules are. You are eligible as independent contractors, just like you were the last time around. However, this time you do need to prove that in either Q1, Q2, or Q3 of 2020, your revenues were down at least 25% versus either Q1, Q2, or Q3 of 2019. So for those of you who never look at your multi-year trends report, this is now the time to be looking at your multi-year trends report, because you're going to have to know what your revenues were for quarter by quarter for 2019 versus 2020 to see if you are eligible for an additional round of PPP funding. As always, we will put together a session to make sure that we walk you through any PPP questions that you have. And as they open that up, which is not quite opened yet, but as they open that up, probably in the next 2 weeks or so, your lenders will start taking applications, and that will be open through March the 31st. If that is something you are eligible for and interested in, I would encourage you to get on it quickly, because like the last time, those funds do run out. So that's your PPP update in this new package. The third thing to bring to your attention is rental assistance. Rental assistance is a part of this package. And so if you are a renter and need assistance, or have clients who are renters and need assistance, or have clients or you are landlords, or have clients or have clients who are landlords, my goodness. This part of this bill can affect you. It's unclear exactly how this is going to, I think I said 285 million before with PPP. It's 285 billion, sorry, with a B, because the rental assistance piece is $25 billion. So $25 billion for all 50 states. How that's going to work, we don't quite yet know. However, if you are a landlord or have a client who is a landlord, landlords will be able to apply for this through the state on behalf of their delinquent tenants. So just know that there is help out there for those of you who are landlords who are stuck with non-paying tenants who are unable to get rid of them because of the eviction moratorium, right? There is help in the form of some kind of rental assistance coming your way. And if you have clients who are landlords, I would get on the phone and let them know that the bill has been signed and there is some help coming, and that you'll be back in touch with them as soon as we know exactly how to apply for that, as landlords, how to apply for that. Certainly, if you have rental clients who you know are in trouble, another reason to reach out to them and let them know that there is some assistance on the way. We just don't have details about how that money is going to be applied for yet. We do know it's going to go through the states, but how you're going to apply at the state level is unclear. The other thing to remember or to know about is that the federal eviction moratorium has been extended from January 1st to January 31st. However, for those of you in the state of Connecticut, your eviction moratorium based on Governor Lamont has already been extended past that. It's already February 9th at this point at the state level. So unfortunately, when you've got two different dates, you have to go with the one that is longer. That's the one that we have to abide by. So February 9th for you, how that's all going to play out in terms of actually allowing evictions to happen right now is very unclear to me. So stay tuned. But in case you have clients, or again, you yourself are affected by that rule, know that the new date for anyone in Connecticut is February 9th. Federally, it is January 31st, with more to come on that. And the last piece of the relief package I wanted to throw your way this morning was there are some new benefits and rules around unemployment. However, it is my sincere warning at this point in time, if you are still collecting unemployment as a real estate professional, or have the thought that now that this has been renewed and there's an extra $300 a week for the next 11 or so weeks, that you might apply again, I would be really, really cautious about that. You know, when we were going through the unemployment conversation back in April and May, it was mostly because no one knew what was going to happen. Well, we all now know what happened in our industry, right? And so if you're raising your hand for unemployment benefits, and we just lived through some of the most prosperous 6 months that we have seen in our industry in a really, really long time, I think you might struggle if you were ever questioned about that. You can no longer go with the route of, well, it was the pandemic, right? Because we now have 6 months of actual information. So I would just be really cautious around that. I'm not here to tell you what to do or not do. I would just be cautious because I think there's little to defend your ability to earn an income in real estate over the last 6 months. And so just be cautious around that. And to that, I'm not going to spend any more time on what those benefits are on the unemployment side, because I'm not really sure it applies to us any longer. So there's your relief bill in a nutshell. There are tons of other things, but those are the things that ultimately affect you. And so we wanted to be certain that you had that information as of this morning, and do watch for additional help as things roll out. All right, let's keep going with our updates. Tech one-on-ones and business one-on-ones, they will return next week. We are off this week in between as the staffs of the market centers prepare to close the year and move forward into 2021. So both the Tech 101s and the Business 101s will return next week. Watch for information later this week for signing up for all of that. An update on direct deposit. We do now have everything in place regarding direct deposit. We're assuming that everyone on this call has returned the information to your market center administrators, to your MCAs, to set yourselves up with direct deposit. There are a couple of you who are already receiving it because we've just chosen a small handful of people who have been closing lately to test the system and make sure it's all functioning properly. As we get to the other side of transmittal, which will be at the end of next week, you can all start seeing direct deposit happen more frequently to all the time. So as we roll that out, thank you for your patience on that. But that is where that stands at this point. Remember that in another 4 or 5 days, we are no longer accepting 1% deposit checks, right, for your transactions, unless there are overwhelming circumstances that you need to have a conversation with your MCAs. Have a conversation with Lisa or Sam or Deb about what that unique circumstance is. Other than that, your 1% deposit checks are going to the buyer's attorney when you write the offer, right? So let's just be clear about that. Don't be surprised if you deliver the check to the office and your MCA kind of kicks that back and says, we're no longer accepting those. So that is the update on that. Real estate investment. As most of you are aware, we do have a new real estate investment opportunity. The operating agreement for that opportunity will now go out by Wednesday. We keep having revisions and updates. And so I know some of you were expecting it last week. Those of you who asked, I thought I was be heading out on Wednesday. It did not happen Wednesday because we had one more revision. So that will happen now by this Wednesday, so that you have the long weekend to review that, and then we'll be looking next week to move into those next steps with actual check writing, return of a subscription agreement, as well as the operating agreement. And trust me when I tell you, I've been shopping for you. There are things to purchase, and so we're excited to get that done and get your investments moving forward. Let me give you a quick update on the insurance joint venture. Our insurance joint venture is going fairly. As you know, you have an opportunity to buy into that insurance joint venture come January. However, the opportunity to buy into that is sort of predicated on us utilizing the services. And so we had kind of a spike in use when we first announced it, and another smaller spike when I reminded everybody about it a couple of weeks ago. But the use of that insurance service has kind of flatlined in the last couple of weeks. And what I know is that you're still writing business, because I see the reports that you're writing business. So let's be reminded that we have to be able to utilize that service to be able to prove to our joint venture partners that we're going to actually write business through that insurance entity, so that they turn around and say, yes, you're great partners. Why don't you invest in this company? It is a two-way street, and so anybody who has not started to utilize that system of sending that golden email as soon as you have an accepted offer, I will ask you to jump in there, even if you have zero plans on investing in that company come January when that first opportunity hits. We're going to ask that you play as a part of a team, because there are a lot of you who I know are interested and excited to go ahead and invest in that company based on the returns that we're seeing. And yet, if everybody doesn't play the game, those people who do want to invest may not have that opportunity. So let's really buckle down and dive in and make sure that we're hitting that hard. Remember, your job is to pass Sue Ringer off as an insurance opportunity. It's then Sue's job to convert. You're not selling insurance, right? So let's get her the opportunities and have her go to work. Steve Scott, are you on the call? If you could do me a favor, unmute for a moment, and if you could give us a quick update on our Westport space, that would be great.
Yes, I'm here. Hey guys, good seeing everybody, all 111 of you. Awesome. We do have an update on Westport. We are opening our Westport Business Center sometime in January. Right now it's looking like mid to late January. It'll be fully functioning. Rick, can I share my screen?
Yes.
So I don't know if I showed this to some of you or showed it before, but this is our a rendering of our office. It's 6,500 square feet. The address is 276 Post Road West in Westport. It's, if you know Westport, it's on the Post Road heading towards Norwalk on the right-hand side, right across from Via Sforza Italian Restaurant. We're on the second floor. It's a beautiful space, been completely renovated. And the last I saw it, all that tile work and everything right there wasn't done yet, but I'm being told it'll be done by next week. And we'll be rolling things out and getting furniture delivered, et cetera. And then we'll start to have, again, 10 people at a time-ish come visit and see the space, so you're familiar with it and you can talk about it. This is a recruiting opportunity, no doubt. And it's an opportunity for all you guys to pop in. We have an open door policy at Keller Williams. Pop into the Westport Business Center if you have clients down Westport, down along the coast, et cetera. So we're real excited, real excited. So if you have any questions, just reach out to me and let me know.
Excellent. Thank you so much. That's looking awesome. All right, last couple of updates for you. As you know, we are working on an enormously long list of packaged services for you, our leverage service series, our marketing services, our leverage services, as well as our lead services. And so each of those three packages has taken a number of steps forward in the last couple of weeks. We do look within the next 30 days or so to be rolling out at least one of those three things. And then in the following 30 days, the other pieces of them. So do watch for the excitement around our marketing services, our leverage services, and our new leads program. And all of those, of course, point to what I announced a couple of weeks ago, which is our ability for you to dive into some new compensation models. Those compensation models are in fact nearly complete. We will be beta testing or labbing some of those models throughout January, which means some of you will have the opportunity to kind of look at those models and choose to live inside of some of those models for about 30 days or so. We're going to ask you to lab that out and see what we're missing, and then as soon as we have all the polish on what those models are going to present, we will roll that out to the entire agent body, looking like around February 1st for that. So do stay tuned. Lots of exciting, cool stuff. For some of you who have seen some sneak peeks or have been part of focus groups or surveys or whatnot, which at this point is many of you, we appreciate the time that you have spent and insight that you've given us to make all of this sing for your market centers. We appreciate all of that. And then my last update is this: as we end 2020, I want to say thank you for the patience that you have shown as we have shifted from a physical running of our market centers to this virtual running of the market centers. You guys have kind of played along brilliantly, and we appreciate it. We know too that in this virtual space there are some limitations, and there are sometimes some potholes that we hit. It isn't always as smooth as we want it to be, and so thank you for your patience on all of that. And we look to 2021 for a year that will be the year of change. I know a lot of you don't like change. I understand that, but let's look at 2021 from the perspective of how many positive things can we continue to roll out and move forward so that you have a more effective and efficient experience in running and growing your business. That's what we're looking at 2021 to do. So we are working hard as we finish 2020 to get to a spot in 2021 where we can say, here's all this stuff that we have now rolled out for you. For the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to live through all of that together as a team, and then decide by the summer and by the fall and by this time next year if we need to make adjustments all over again. So 2021 is kind of the beta test year of so many new things, but what a great year it's going to be with all of these new opportunities, ways for you to grow, ways for you to make more money, ways for you to plug in, ways for you to stay connected to each other. I'm crazy excited, so I hope that you are as well. Guys, that is my update for today on just about everything under the sun. We hope that is helpful. Enjoy your week. Remember, you have a list of 79,000 things that have to get done this week, so start whittling it down because there's only actually 3 business days and then a 4-day weekend. So dive in, get going, have a great day. We'll see you as soon as tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for another quick hello. Take care. Have a great day.
Thank you, Rick.